I mean, this would take.
Adam, we've practiced this.
I know, it's hard to go back, but I'm good.
I'm Alicia Yvonne. That's Adam Wright, and we have a great show in store for today.
Students are given back to help the relief efforts for the earthquake victims of Haiti.
We also sit down with Lily Boisson, who has a personal connection to the tragedy. Premier Sean Graham announced amendments to the proposed sale of NB Power to Quebec, but will it please critics of the deal? On January 12th, in a matter of minutes, Haiti was turned upside down. St. Thomas students were some of the first to try and help the earthquake victims. Emma Smith has more.
A table full of baking attracts a lot of attention. Students and faculty got to indulge their sweet tooth last week at a fundraising bake sale in Jamestown. People may have enjoyed the goodies, but more importantly, they were given the opportunity to help a nation in crisis.
It's been really good. I mean, people even just sitting here in Jamestown are, they'll be sitting working on homework and they'll just get up and walk over and buy a cookie or a brownie or something. So, it's on their minds. They're really aware of it. And, as university students, we're not always aware of what's going on in the world. And it really makes a point of, we're becoming more aware of what's happening and we want to help.
The 7.0 magnitude earthquake that ripped apart Haiti's capital affected around 3 million people. 700,000 people were left homeless, while others had to wait for news of loved ones trapped under the rubble. Since January 12th, aid has been pouring into Haiti, and St. Thomas students have reacted with various fundraising ideas.
And that's why the students came with the clothing idea, the clothing drive, because I knew that it would be money, funds is what the organizations want first, but students don't have the funds. But something tangible that they could do was the clothing drive, and that's going to be needed. So I think what's important is that people need to have a sense that they can contribute or help. So even if it's 25 cents that they donate today, somebody else donates a $20 bill, it's all equal in that it's help.
The university is making it easy to donate, with bake sales, a clothing drive, and a Red Cross booth set up in Jamestown. Canada has been quick to respond to the devastation in Haiti. The government has promised to match individual donations to eligible organizations up to $50 million. Here at St. Thomas, fundraising events are continuing across campus. Students can keep an eye on the website for more information. For Stu Journalism, I'm Emma Smith.
We'll have more on the story in a bit, but first, after learning that 5 Liberal Party members oppose the sale of NB Power, Premier Sean Graham announced an amended version. Jason Cassidy has more.
What was once a $4.8 billion relief in provincial debt is now worth only $3.2 billion. In doing so, however, the province now retains ownership over its transmission lines and distribution systems, both of which account for more than 60% of all NB Power employees.
Hydro-Quebec will take over the province's most valuable asset in the Pointe-le-Preau nuclear generating station. Quebec will also take ownership over the hydro dams, as well as 2 diesel plants in the province. For the customers, they'll see their 5-year rate freeze remain unchanged, but after that, prices will be determined by the New Brunswick Consumer Index. The province will keep control of the Coulson Cove and Belledune generating stations, and industrial ratepayers will only see 23% savings instead of the 30% which was set out in the original deal. Small businesses will see about a 15% savings in their power rates. The Political Science Department at St. Thomas University hosted an open forum on Tuesday evening with 3 of the region's top energy experts. William Marshall is the former system operator in New Brunswick, and he supports the sale.
But fundamentally, the deal is a rate promise to New Brunswickers to give you electricity at a reasonable price, at a lower cost than what it would be if we continued on the same track we're on with NB Power, to do it in an environmentally acceptable, clean way with no risk, and do it in a financially manageable way that the province can deal with.
Yves Gagnon is a professor at the University de Moncton and is the K.C. Irving Chair in Sustainable Development. He opposes the deal for New Brunswick, in particular, the clauses in the deal which negate Hydro-Quebec from paying income tax on the transaction.
Now, in New Brunswick, if you're a hairdresser, you'll pay income tax. If you own a corner store, you'll pay income tax. If you're an underpaid, overworked professor, university professor, you'll pay income tax. So why shouldn't this independent corporation doing business here in New Brunswick, making money, making a return on investment the first year that they will purchase NB Power through MOU 1, why should they not pay income tax also, like everyone else does?
Others worry that the retention of the transmission lines sound more appealing than they really are.
Retention of transmission lines is very important, I realize that, but that in the long run is not going to be a great asset because Quebec can clog those transmission lines. I mean, no one else is going to be able to buy into those. They already own a large percentage of the ability to transmit power through those lines. So to me, it's not going to be a great deal of difference, really.
Sean Graham received the nod of approval from Newfoundland's Danny Williams and Daryl Dexter of Nova Scotia. Initially, concerns were raised over who was in charge of the transmission lines and the bidding processes surrounding it. But after seeing the second part of the deal, both premiers said that their concerns were met. Sean Graham expects the deal to be finalized by March 31st. For Stu Journalism, I'm Jason Cassidy.